You thought your family was unusual and weird. Oh, wait until you see these guys. They're weirdos, outcasts, and definitely not your average family. Sure, the parents are present in pretty much every one of them, but the number of kids, their quirks or features are what makes the whole family so unusual. If it is cheaper by the dozen, then some of the families here are really lucky. You can consider yourself lucky too, because you're in for a treat. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll never think of your family as those weird people you have to share your living space with. Number 10. The Goslings. Have you heard of John and Kate? Oh wait, there's 8 more. Back in the early 2000s, a family that suddenly grew from 4 to 10 was everything housewives used to talk about over coffee. Soon enough, the TLC show John and Kate plus 8 became planetary popular. The story follows a couple with twins that, in an attempt to get a third child via IVF, becomes pregnant and gives birth to sextuplets. The Gosling sextuplets are still pretty popular, even though they turned 18. Whoa, time really flies. A lot of things happened in their lives, including the divorce which happened back in 2009. However, their unusual journey and the many kids earned the Goslings a place in today's video. Number 9. The Duggars. Imagine having 19 kids, preparing 19 breakfasts, lunches, and dinners every day, and paying for 19 school tuitions. Jim Bob Duggar and his wife, Michelle, know it well, for they have 19 kids, 9 daughters and 10 sons, with the first kid being born in 1988 and the last kid being born in 2009. What's so interesting about these kids is that they all have names starting with the letter J. The Duggars have been featured in their own TV show for 7 years, but that's not all why people remember them. The reason they belong on this list of most unusual families in the world is because their firstborn son defiled everything the family believes in. Being accused for child pornography in 2021, Joshua Duggar definitely marked the Duggars for good. Number 8. The Deves. The further we go down the list, the families become weirder. Here's something you never heard of before. It's morally wrong, so unusual, and a bit disgusting, to be honest. They're the Deves, and what's interesting is that the lady of the family, Jenny, didn't change her last name when she got married. It was the same as her husband's. Everything wouldn't be so crazy if the two weren't actually. Drum rolls, please. Father and daughter. Repulsive, right? This incestuous couple even has 2 kids together. Luckily, they split in 2009, only to leave Australia, their home country, once again astonished, because they kept on living like a father and a daughter. Number 7. The Vampire Family. They may not be as popular as previous families, but Leah and Arrow, aka the Vampire Family, can never be forgotten. It's not their way of dressing up, or liking everything that has to do with Dracula, that puts them among the most unusual families in the world. It's because Leah and Arrow actually drank each other's blood. That's right, the couple fell madly in love and got together pretty fast. Just shortly after getting engaged, these modern-day vampires have found a deeper connection. The sweet taste of their lover's blood made the couple even stronger and their love even crazier. But this isn't as crazy as it gets. There are more unusual families on this list, and the absolute winner will truly amaze you. Click like, subscribe, and stay until the very end to find out the most unusual family of them all. Number 6. The Dwarf Family. Dwarfism is a genetic condition that causes people to have short growth, as well as short or disproportional limbs. It's not life-threatening like some other genetic problems, and people can absolutely live with it. But that's not why this dwarf family made the list. The point of this video is not to mock them. The reason Shuham's family from India is so unusual is the fact the entire family suffers from the same conditions. All family members, 11 of them to be precise, are affected by dwarfism. At one point, there were even 18 of them with this condition. What are the odds? Number 5. The Rapunzel Family. Is having extra long hair your dream? Girls, I understand you, but long hair brings lots of extra obligations. Just imagine what it's like for Terry Russell to wash her hair. It takes hours to wash, dry, and style. Terrylyn and her 3 daughters became popular for having Rapunzel hair, hence the moniker of this family. The girls have locks that go on for 13 feet to be precise. Wow, those are some pretty incredible manes. Terrylyn and her girls actually enjoy their hair, and they show it by going to competitions and winning prizes and ribbons for the longest hair ever. Anywhere the girls go, they really brush off the competition. Number 4. The Kulkarnis family. What's the weather like up there? That's something the Kulkarnis family hears a lot because of their above-average size. Everywhere they go, people stare, mock, and even point fingers. No one knows what it's really like to live as a 7 feet and 1.5 inches tall man. Well, no one but Sharad's wife and daughters. The female side of the family is over 6 feet tall each. This makes them the tallest family in India and one of the most unusual families in the world. Well, they sure like to go big or go home. Number 3. The Bannon family. Living with an impairment is already super tough, but imagine what it's like to have an impairment and raise a child with one too. Pretty rough, right? Well, not if you ask Linda Bannon. Sure, some days can be blue, but Linda doesn't let anything bring her down. This brave woman is a mother to Timmy. Both Linda and her son suffer from the same impairment, undeveloped upper limbs. However, they didn't consider this an obstacle, and the duo even became known as one of the best armless swimmers. Number 2. The Chana family. Even though Ziona Chana passed away in 2021, he still left something for people to remember him by. Precisely 38 wives, 89 kids, and 36 grandkids. Ziona Chana was a village leader and a patriarch to what became known as the world's largest family. I might add, one of the world's most unusual families too. Number 1. The Bunker family. Twins usually do everything together, but when you're a part of the conjoined twins, you have no other option than to do everything with your sibling. Brothers Chang and Eng from Thailand were very tight with each other. Literally, the conjoined twin brothers did not let this be a barrier for a normal life, so they continued living like other boys of their age and even got married. Everything wouldn't be so unusual if the couple didn't marry 2 sisters that brought 21 kids into the world together. We had some pretty unusual families here today, but the Bunkers are absolute winners, especially since they date back to the 19th century. Which of the families weirded you the most? Would you like to live with them for a day to see what it's really like to the unusual? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video.